Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It is the last day of 2025 and I am starting a new sketchbook. I'm also looking back at some of my highlights from the year. I hope you will do that as well. I always think it's a really fun thing to do. I will be talking about some intentions that I have in my sketchbook and in my general creativity practice. And, well, I have my Spoonflower napkins back from Spoonflower. It only took a month or so. It took a long time and I had to follow up. But service aside, I have those and I will share those at the end of this video. So please stay tuned. If you are interested in my process for goal setting and intention setting, please join in. Would love to hear what your creative goals for this coming year are. And if you're just interested to sort of see how the Spoonflower prints turned out, feel free to fast forward to the end of the video and check that out because, you know, it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun to check it out. It's very cool. So hope you're having a wonderful holiday week. I hope you had a little bit of downtime and that you ate some wonderful food with loving family. And let's dig in. Okay. I had a few things that I was really happy with this year, and I'm going to be writing them down on this page in a minute. And, you know, I think I like to take an approach. I was actually listening to is it Mel Robbins? I think it's Mel Robbins. I was listening to her podcast recently, and she had a pretty good episode, which was basically just looking back and trying to remember. She recommended going through your sort of phone roll of photos, because sometimes we sort of think, oh, I haven't done anything this year. You know, what did I actually do? But when you take it back through your photos, you actually find that, oh my gosh, I totally forgot that I did that thing. And oh my gosh, I had that great day sketching in the park with a friend, or God, that class I took was so great with London Drawing Group, or whatever that might be. So it is kind of a great exercise to do. I go through my phone photo roll all the time, partly because I'm always working on projects that kind of echo back to other projects I'm working on, and partly because I often will take the time to go back to an exhibit I visited, or a museum that I really enjoyed, or something that made me think of doing something new. So I'm very used to that practice, and I like it. So she recommended doing that. She recommends thinking about things that you did not do particularly well this year. I didn't dwell on that for this particular exercise, just because I'm moving into a new sketchbook. I want to look on the positives. And so if you're interested in some of the things that didn't go so well this year, let me know and I can do a follow-up video with the brutal truth, the honest story, and I can share all of that. And then she recommends going back in and thinking about some intentions for this coming year. It doesn't have to be, major resolutions to lose 50 pounds. It could be something more like, make art at least once a week in your art journal, or spend time learning gouache, for example. And that is something that I can certainly help out with for those of you who are total beginners. I have quite a bit of content. I'll have a link down below in this description that's really just step-by-step painting sessions where, if you've never used gouache before, you will be able to see exactly how I use the paint, how I mix it, and how I apply it to the page to get certain effects. So definitely feel free to do that if you're interested in gouache, or if you're interested in patterns, all of that sort of stuff. So I definitely encourage you to check that out. So she sort of has this process that I really liked, and so I'm doing it here. Before I get into my particular resolutions, I also wanted to highlight the workshop that I'm doing in February. I did a free version of this workshop back in November. Maybe you guys might remember the pattern workshop, where we will be taking inspiration from nature, from the old masters, from fine art, and creating really beautiful spreads in our sketchbooks. So if you are, like me, starting a new sketchbook and sort of thinking about what you want to fill it with, and hopefully it will be something very colorful and fun and experimental, I highly recommend joining my workshop. There's definitely still time to sign up. I will put this link down below. I would love to see you there. We're going to have a great time. It's 4 weeks. If you are unable to make a particular week, you will be getting the recording, so you can take a look at that anytime you want in your leisure and catch up in your own time. So that is something to think about for this coming year as well. So let's get into some of my highlights. I think this was an incredible year for me in terms of becoming a YouTuber. I made 28 videos, something I'm super happy about. I completed 3 art journals. I have 2 from this year that are already on my channel in different videos. I'll put the links below. And I have a 3rd that I'm probably going to be posting sometime in the next week or 2 because I finished a journal just yesterday. I found community through YouTube, through urban sketching, through connecting with my family and friends. And I led an online workshop back in October. Wait, it was November, which I was pretty proud of, actually. It was really neat. We did a kind of a practice session for my patterns workshop, which is coming up very shortly. And through the course of this process, because there's been so much interest on this channel, I also did quite a bit with gouache this year, and I feel like I actually made some real strides there. In terms of my intentions, what I want to do in 2026, I would like to make another 26 long form videos. I sometimes do things weekly, sometimes I do them every other week. I want to keep the momentum up in this year. That means I need to work on a system because I have found this kind of hard to maintain. I also want to continue my practice of keeping an art journal with a range of media, definitely with gouache a lot, but also with some other things. And I'd like to lead an excellent workshop that I just mentioned earlier in this session. And I'd like to open an Etsy shop for some of my prints and some of my original works. And so I'm going to be working on that in the background. I will keep you all up to speed. So how about you guys? What are your goals for this year? What do you plan to focus on, spend your time on? And what were some of the highlights from last year? Please comment below. I would love to hear from you. I really am so inspired by this community. And so anything you can share about what your hopes and dreams are for 26 and some of the things you did last year would be so incredibly welcome. Hello, gang. I'm thrilled to see you all back. I have my Spoonflower samples from the video that I made with you a while back, and I'm kind of excited to share. So I am just unveiling it right now. It comes in this nice little section. Now listen, as a reminder, I decided to risk it, and instead of just getting swatches for this round, I actually got the napkins. They come in sets of 2, and I got 2 sets. And you might recognize this print because this is the print that I had made on my earlier video. And you know what? I'm liking it. I'm liking the way it turned out. I think it actually is relatively true to color. It is pretty nicely stitched. I don't mind the weight of it. I think it'll wash nicely. And I would definitely use this on my table. And I kind of like the colors. I mean, they're a little unusual, but this is the way that the painting turned out. And I did not do a lot of color correcting. I did probably brighten it up a little bit. But you know, I'm not a technical pattern designer. This was really something I did for me, for my family, just for fun. But I think it turned out pretty well. Again, I would definitely recommend doing the swatches, definitely recommend testing. This is the second one that I did. And it's a little more yellowy, greeny, dark. I think I made a decision to make it a larger fish. So that, you know, do with that what you will. I do like the way the coral or the sort of seaweed style shapes had turned out. I think in the future I might try to scale down the fish for future napkins. But I would definitely use these. Maybe not together. I don't know that the color sort of pieces go together, but you know, not a bad fun activity to do, and so satisfying to see them put together into a final product. So do with that what you will. Again, actually, this is pretty true to the colors that I had in that original painting. And I do like the way it looks on this canvas. It's a heavier weight cloth, and I have not tried other cloths. I definitely recommend that you read up on the different cloths that they use, but honestly, not bad. The only complaint I have about this particular shipment is that it took over a month for my product to arrive, which is not surprising considering that these are all sort of batch done in, units of 2. So it's not surprising it takes a while, but I did have to follow up to get this order. So anyway, that's my current thinking on Spoonflower. I will, continue to play with the platform, and I'll share my results with you guys as we go. Thanks so much for watching today. I really appreciate you being here. I hope you have the best year ever, the best year yet in 2026. And I will be doing a bit more on the Spoonflower pattern stuff in addition to my usual sketchbook work. I've actually been doing a lot of research on alternatives to the Instagram app that they have now sunset called Layout, that I have been telling people to use because I didn't realize that they had sunset it. So I've been doing research. Spoiler alert, it's mostly, I think the easiest one to use is Canva. If you're not an illustrator and you don't have the Adobe Photoshop suite, I think that Canva is probably your best bet, but I'll do a video on it, especially if you guys are interested on how to use that tool. I know for a long time they had a free version of it. I ended up signing up for the lowest rung of, oopsies, that's my dog. The lowest rung of the kind of, paid subscription or whatever, just to sort of try it out. So I will share that video also later this month to show you how I've continued to kind of evolve my thinking about tools to use to create simple patterns based on work that I do in my sketchbook. Again, for me, it's all about the simplicity, the joy of making. I'm not a technical designer. I think there are some incredible people that I can share some links below if you're really interested in going down this path in a more serious way. So in any case, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. Happy New Year. And I hope to see you back here in about a week. All right. Take care, everybody. Bye.